Howdy folks, glad you're here. It's October 15th, 2024. Now we're watching a bee eat one of my hard-grown figs. This has been a good year for these. These are Chicago Hardy. I never get this many. I've got a few plants, probably 10, lots of them, but the bees have found them, and they are, I think there's a nest in the yard somewhere because there's so many of them around. I gotta go pick. There he is right there. He just wiped his face and then went back in. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about poppies. I'm gonna plant some seeds. I'm gonna show you the different places I like to plant them, and I'm gonna talk about when to plant them, how to plant them, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. This was the spot here behind the figs. That's south that way. So in the spring these will be gone. They die back to the. I cut them back to the ground in the fall. So this will be full sun right here. But this was just grass a couple of weeks ago. I got some peony roots from a good friend of mine that they had been in her family for years and years, and she gave them to me. So, but I think I'm going to put some poppies in here as well. I think they'll be fine together. I don't expect the peonies the first year to get really large. They're just pieces of roots. I didn't dig up the whole things, but you see, it's just regular soil, I tilled it up about a foot deep through here, and then put the roots in, and covered it all back up. And when I seed, I just I reach in and get a pinch. My fingers are wet from being in the dirt, and you'll kind of feel them in your between your fingers. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of walk along. It's a little windy today, so I'm gonna be a little closer to the ground, and I'm just gonna walk along and just you can feel them little seeds in your fingers, and just let some go here and there. You know what I mean? You'll maybe do it over a bowl a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of get the feel of how the seeds, how they flow through your fingers. You know what I mean? I'm a chronic overseeder myself. I'm putting these seeds in now, and I might see some sprouts, and I might not. If I don't, I'll panic and I'll put some more seeds down. If I do see one or two, I'll still panic and put some seeds down. Generally what I do is I'll plant this time of the year, and then I'll do it again in a couple weeks, months, like midwinter. If we have a thaw midwinter, I'll throw some out if I don't see any sprouts. Last year I saw quite a few sprouts early on in the spring, in the fall, and they made it through winter. And then I pull up the grass along the edges of the beds, and I'll seed all in through there, just using the same technique that I just showed you. And we talked about when, like I say, this is October 15th. I'm putting some down now, but you can actually even put them down as far as into springtime. They're not going to get as large, before they flower here. Not going to get as many pods out of them, but last year I kept really close look, and I found some that sprouted from ones that I planted last year about this time, and I gave them plenty of room. They had 2 square foot apiece, and it's ridiculous how many pods come off of a plant like that. And I used to grow them close together thinking, oh, I get more, more pods because, per square foot, blah, blah, blah. And it really doesn't work that way. I'm here to tell you. And I have tried transplanting and I haven't had luck. I see people on Reddit, people online, oh, you can do it, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it, but I just don't think it makes the same plant. As a plant started now by itself in the soil, it just ain't gonna be. These are the garden beds. I tilled this all up. There's some, I think like winter barley. I think that's what it is, growing in there. And I throw different brassicas in there. And I just keep something in the soil. But I'll throw seeds all in through there. I'll go around these edges and, just pull them where I don't want them, if I have more than I need. But usually I don't pull as many as I should, and I'm always in awe of the ones that grew by themselves, how big they get, compared to the ones that are crowded. So, I think that's it. We talked about when, we talked about where, we talked about the soil. They don't really like clay. You can get away with sandy and some clay, because this out here, this soil is not good. And I threw some seeds out here last year and I got like 6 or 7 plants that came up out there, and the ones that came up did really well. They had a big deep taproot, and I don't know if it was just the perfect timing or whatever, but they seem to, they don't want to be soaking wet. You don't want a wet spot, and you do want as much sun as you can get. So yeah, I guess that's it. Probably next time we'll be looking at plants again, getting some seeds out of them maybe, or we'll see. But hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a good day.